Fate Apocrypha is behind us and left us with mixed feelings. Some enjoyed it greatly, others hated it as the worst Fate show to date. And for me it was much about mixed feelings because it did have some really weak points, as I mentioned a lot in my videos, but also some rather good ones. Which is sad because the idea of Fate Apocrypha is really cool, even more so when I had a similar idea before I saw Fate Apocrypha. When I started to watch Fate Zero here on my channel, it was my first step into the Nasu-verse and I loved it. And back then, I was playing a little bit on the thought of different sides with 7 masters and 7 servants that would fight in a great epic war to fight, well, to try to win the Grail. And later I got to hear about the Fate Apocrypha and I got so hyped about it because I thought it was gonna be so fucking cool. Sadly, it didn't really live up to that hype. It was simply a decent show, but nothing that could even compare to like Fate Zero or Fate Unlimited Blade Works and many other shows for that matters. And now it had been a while since I did watch Fate Apocrypha, so I got this idea again. So I started to dig in my computer, well actually my old computer, because I started to write that in the old one and it was not easy to find, I gotta tell you that. But lo and behold, after scavenging forever, I did find my old file about it. Though when I was reading it, I was pretty like, oh gosh, that is really crap. I like the concept, but most of the other things and ideas of it was kind of meh. So I took the good parts of this pretty old bad text and reworked it to something I felt like would be similar to Fate Apocrypha, however, how I feel it should have gone. And after some tinkering and fingering, I did come up with a more, what I consider a decent concept of how I wanted it to be, and it is called Fate Total War. Now I hope no one have taken that name, well, except the Total War series of course, but yes. And honestly, this is not canon or anything like that. I have no affiliates with Nasu or Type Moon or anything like that. This is simply a fan creating fan things for a fandom. You know what I mean. So, with this Fate Total War is the 3 factions. Yes, I'm even worse than Fate Apocrypha. I'm adding another side to it. However, these 3 factions is inspired from the 3 kingdoms of China. And these factions represented by 3 mage houses that you probably do know about. The Tosaka, Ainsban and Mato. The idea is based that after the events in Fate Zero, when Kiritsugu tried to destroy the Grail, he did partly manage to do that. As we did see in the anime and all of that, the corruption spread and killed a lot of people, and that, in my idea, happened as well. However, the Grail did shatter. Left were 3 pieces. Each piece gaining their own little part of personality from the Grail. One is the more corrupt part, one is part from the Iris Veil, and one is the original Grail or something like that. Now I don't know too much deep lore. Please bear with me. I know it's just my kind of idea here, and these 3 pieces shattered and like the stars flying away, seeking their masters. Well, the Grand Masters that would be the leaders of the faction that will lead the war. Piercing their bodies and soul, will these pieces of grails nurture on the Grand Master's mana to grow over a certain amount of years, which I decided about 15 years? And only together would these 3 pieces form a grail, and that would be the perfect grail. Clear from the corruption and broken, it will be reborn as even stronger and more perfect than ever, fueled by the magic and mana of 21 mages and 21 servants. Of course, it really doesn't the corruption part that wins, of course, that is always a possibility. So this event, Fate Total War, starts about 15 years after Fate Zero, so the things in Fate Stay Night never actually happened. Under these 15 years, all 3 factions would seek to find allies and gather information, trying to get stronger, getting ahead of the competition. And this is something that no one has seen before. This is a big grand scale war that could definitely engulf the world in fire if going really bad. And as for the characters that I think will be in this Fate Total War, as well what happened with them after Fate Zero, I just wrote down a little bit quickly, and of course this is just nothing really detailful. It's just pretty much my concept idea of things. Shiro was adopted by Kirotsugu after the Grail had been corrupted, and yeah, you know, all the burning thing in Fujuka and all that. But they would live with Ilya in the castle Ainsban, because the old man there, I don't remember his name, I know he's an asshole, understood about this war that would come, and 50 years would Kirotsugu be there to guide them, train both Shiro and Ilya for this war. And of course, at this time, when Fate of the War begins, Kirotsugu won't appear in this war as a master, because he had problem with his health and all of that, and I felt like it's time to the young ones to take on. And under this time, Shiro and Ilya will be masters. Ilya is the Grand Master because she was pierced by the Grail, and that is why she also have been living longer, because the Grail, while nurturing on her, also keep her alive. And the second faction is Tosaka. Well, actually Rin, because there's no many Tosakas left. However, she have a strong connection and strong allies with the Mace Association. That for actually first time, I think, would be take and actually part of this war, and in that sense joining one side, because this is something that is so big and rather dangerous that, yeah, they decided we support Tosaka because she had been there in the clock tower, and of course joining her we have some really strong mages and all that. For example, which I would love to see, would of course be like Basset as well, Lord El Meloy, the second or third, or you know, Weaver. I just throw him in there. You can't tell me what to do. And last but not least is the third faction with the Mato family. At the surface, it appears that Soken is the Grand Master. However, he have been very sick. Okay, I hate him. I don't want him to have a bigger role. Instead, however, it is actually Sakura that is the Grand Master of the Mato family, and sadly, Sakura have been become quite twisted, thanks to Soken's nice, kind influence that we all love and love. That was redundant, but whatever. And after that, she had become a cold, kind of rather scary master, and killed Shinji because it was more like, okay, if I kill him, Sakura is the leader. And while Soken appears as the Grand Master, it is actually Sakura, and they will also of course get some strong allies joining them. Though I'm not sure which would actually join, but that is, as I said, it's details. We don't care about details. And amidst all of this is the church with Kirei in the lead, trying to minimize the effect of this war. Though, you know, this time the church need to be even more active. And on the hallowed grounds after the events of Fate Zero, did Kirei summon an Avenger that would kill without any hesitation and kill any master and servant that is breaking any kind of the rule or any of the laws that is set in this war. Just making sure so everything goes smoothly. Then again, as if any war goes smoothly. So that is the main concept of my little thing here, Fate Total War, before all hell breaks loose. And I could easily write even more about all the characters I would love to see in this and trying to puzzle things together, but I just wrote down my ideas and my concept of something I would love to see. And of course, unlike Fate Apocrypha that squeezed all of this into one season, I would actually... Fuck off, fly. Go and die. I would love to see it like one season per faction. One season following the Ainspan, one season following the Mato, and one season following the Tosaka, with possible one final climatic season that where we all really go total war and yeah, cool action and all of that. So that is my idea, what I would love to see. Obviously this is just a fan talking to the fandom. and other fans. But yeah, so that is what I would love to see. So what is your thoughts of it? Is it real horrendous? I mean, now this is just a concept idea, so this is not really much to take on, but I thought it would be super fun to see something like this, because you get to see more servants, you get to see more masters, more action, and hopefully, as I said, I mean, the big thing and most important in general is the story. And that sadly was the problem with Fate Apocrypha, was that they chopped out so much story and forced so much, and of course made the plot armor for Taco John. And seeing that, I would like to make this so each faction you follow with one season, like 20-25 episodes or 10. Just speculation. Lano, keep up with it. And seeing that you following their view on things, and I think that was what I really wanted to Fate Apocrypha, that you really got to see the different sides and all of that. But in the end, it turned like, yeah, the good and the evil. While that is, of course, probably most likely what happened with any kind of thing like that, but is that I would love to see this as you see the different, that everything is not black or white. It's a pretty messed up world, and seeing these different factions fighting for what they believe in and what they want and what they think they deserve and all of that. And seeing, of course, the interaction between the characters, and seriously, I personally kind of like this idea. It would be kind of crazy, but who knows? And of course, I'm definitely not written down like all the servants I would like to see in the classes. No, but that would be like an entire new video. I'm just saying, possible future content. As well, I really want to make a video talk about servants I would love to see in Fate in general, because there is probably lots of them that is not in Fate that I think should be there. Like Alfred Nobel! Seriously, why don't we have fucking Alfred Nobel? I mean, seriously, that dude is famous as fuck. I mean, they even have a big prize after the dude. But yes, that is for me for now though. But thank you for watching. Comment in the box below, and as well, remember to comment, share, subscribe, like I always say. Oh god damn it, I'm so tired right now. See you later on. Have a continued super great day.